Kur, he's such a humble young man in the sense that he's not going to come right out and just tell you everything, but he's got incredible stories. He also has just an incredible worldview that's very different than a lot of our guys and really different than our staff, because he's been through things that none of us really could possibly even begin to fathom.
So my mom and my father, they met in the capital city of South Sudan. It's called Juba. And during that time, they're just living life. And then my mother got pregnant with me, but the war was going on, so we were migrating. And while we were migrating from South Sudan to Kenya, we stopped by Nairobi, Kenya. And when that happened, I was born. When I was born, we spent some time in Nairobi, but there was family back home in South Sudan that wanted to see me, so we went back. And we thought it was stable enough, so we lived there for a little bit, and it became unstable again. And when it became unstable, we migrated back to Kenya. We went to the refugee camp in Kakuma, and that's where I spent most of my years as a little kid. You have to register, you have to claim asylum because it's unsafe where you're living, and they put your name into a pool and they draw your name and they tell you what country you're going to. We gained the refugee status in Canada. It was just out of luck, so it's the only place that we could go, so we took it and we left. When they draw a name, you might have 5 people that can go with you, and if you have a family of 7, 2 of them are going to be left behind. My second brother, Oloan, he came to Canada a lot later than we did, so he didn't get the opportunity to grow with us. The first time I got to see him again was my freshman year when I came back from school. We were just little kids and you don't really understand the full context of the situation. It was a little difficult growing up there because it was just my brother and I, because my parents were working 2 jobs each trying to support us, and in order for them to work, they had to leave us alone. So my brother and I were just little kids, 4th, 5th graders, trying to take care of each other, trying to learn how to watch over each other, how to feed each other, go to school, and try to learn the languages of the new country as well. So
he had to take care of himself a lot, and I think he had to sort of find ways to get by. And I think one of the ways they did that is through sports. And he'll tell you he was a football star. I have watched his highlights. Don't tell him that I said that, but a family friend of his said, "Hey, you know what? Let's go play some basketball."
I think basketball has taught me that really anything is possible, because if you told me in my junior year of high school I was going to be playing at Temple University, I would have laughed in your face, because I didn't expect to be playing college basketball at that point.
I think in his mind he's doing all this, one, to sort of put himself in a great spot, but also to put his family in a great spot. He tries to give back in ways that you wouldn't know, and he would never tell you. Like we had a couple extra pairs of shoes laying around that our guys were wearing, or maybe were a little bit used, and he was like, "Hey, I'll take them, come on, I'll go send them back to my family back home, and I'll make sure they send you a thank you card or send me a video saying thank you." And I think that's who he is. He wants to go help you, and he wants to make life easier for people. But again, he's such a humble human being. He doesn't want to do those things to say, "Hey, look at me, I'm cool, I'm so great." He does it because that's what he thinks is the right thing to do.
I think the impact I just want to have on others in my life is giving other people the same opportunities I have, because without basketball, I don't think I would be here today, and I wouldn't be able to see the things that I've seen. I wouldn't be able to get an education as well.
He's just made a tremendous impact here at Temple with our guys, with our community, and now I think he wants to make sure he goes back home and makes a great change in South Sudan as well.
The way I want to bring change is bring peace to the country, because that's the biggest problem, and also bring education, bring food stability, and just bring freedom to the country, because no one wants to really live there because it's dangerous and they're subject to all these rules, and people just want to live their lives being free and being safe, and that's what I want to bring.
He sees the world in a wonderful way, and I think he wants to make sure that others do the same, and that's pretty special.